Hello friends, it's Carla back today with the 13 days of Halloween. Today is day 7, and every Tuesday and Thursday leading up to Halloween, I'm back with a different project. Today we're going to get out the Cricut and the We Are Memory Keepers foil quill and make some fun tags. So I've chosen this cute tag from the Creepy Critters cartridge. I brought that into Design Space and I'm ungrouping the letters so that I can go ahead and add my lettering that I'm going to foil on what will be the back of the tag. So I'm choosing Frightful Affair for the lettering, and I am typing it out, and then I need to change it to, instead of being a cut file, I want to change it to drawing so that it will draw the letters on, and that's how we can get the foil to attach with the We Are Memory Keepers quill. We have to change to draw, and then I changed to a glitter gel pen and chose the gold. In a minute here you'll be able to see. And there we go, we're putting it, layering it onto what will be the back of the tag. I'm just centering it and sizing it how I want. Now I'm going in to find a star, and I like the hand-drawn look of this star. It's from the Stickers cartridge, and it brings it in again as a cut file, and I'm going to go ahead and change that to draw, the glitter pen, and silver. So what I originally had in mind was that I was going to foil the Happy Halloween in gold and the stars in silver. And you can see I had to change that up a little bit because it's too hard to remove the sheet of cardstock to remove the foil and add a different foil and put it back in. But that's okay, I end up working around that. So here is the foil quill. This is the package that has 3 different tips in it. This is available at Scrap Shots if you're Canadian. And the one that I'm choosing here is the larger tip. And I'm plugging this little end into a plug-in that would be for my phone or iPad. And you can see that the light is on. So I chose Make It, and I ended up adding a couple more tags, so I have 3 tags altogether. And I clicked Make and then put my paper in. This white paper is a little bit thinner, and it was kind of a shiny paper. I just grabbed it out of my scraps, and a little piece of it tore. I wasn't sure whether it was from the paper or maybe my blade was getting dull. But I was able to just take that little torn edge off of the craft knife easily, and the rest of the paper seemed to cut fine. So it could be that the blade needs to be changed, but it seems okay for now. So I'm just showing you how you go ahead and put this in. I've removed the little pen holder by pushing up, and I just put the We Are Memory Keepers foil quill in by attaching that C-clamp and pushing down. Very simple. Now I'm cutting my foil to size, and I found that this worked really well on my Tim Holtz glass mat, and I used the Tim Holtz ruler as well with the little metal edge that is on one side of the ruler, and it seemed to really cut the foil well. I've tried it with my trimmer before, which you can do, but it's just a little tricky getting it in. And so I'm putting the foil onto my cardstock, and I am foiling the happy words. And because that foil quill had a time to heat up, about 10 minutes probably, I think you only need to heat it for 5, then it transferred easily. So this is just touching the foil, and it's replacing the pen so that you can actually get that foiled image. Now I decided to put in a silver pen because, like I said, it was just too difficult, and I had to skip a couple steps in order to get it to foil silver as well. So I like the way this turned out. This cardstock has a little bit of a texture on one side, and I think foiling would actually work better if it was completely flat, but it still applied really evenly. And here I'm foiling the purple tag that you're going to see in a minute, and I decided to just go ahead and foil the Happy Halloween as well as the stars in the gold rather than trying to change to silver. So either way is fine, and you can kind of just play around with it and see what works. So you can see that foiled very nicely, and there is a texture as well on that purple, and I think the foiling would have stuck completely better if it was just a flat cardstock. So the way the Cricut works is that it will outline the letters, but I haven't figured out a way to fill them in. I think there's a way if you have an Inkscape program, but I just didn't want to go through that. So I decided to foil the outside, and you can see the one on the right I filled in with gel pen, and the one on the left I left. I actually like them both ways. And then this purple one I just added some gel pen to. So I love the way that turned out, and I like even adding that gel pen into the foiling. I think it looks really nice. Now I've taken some Distress Oxide inks, and because they have a chalky finish, they're going to show on light or dark cardstock. And I'm just adding some different colors to the edges so that I can get a little bit of either shadowing or highlights on the edges. And then this cute little owl and the little skull that you see, they are all from the Creepy Critters cartridge, the same as the pumpkin. So these tags are all layered within Design Space, and you can just decide what colors you want to cut them, and add some inks around the edge if you like, just to add a little bit more texture. So now we're taking some Perfect Pearls, or sorry, this is Dylusions mica spray. You could use Perfect Pearls as well. It's just a spray with a little bit of color, and it has some mica in it, so it's shiny. The blue here I think is one that someone refilled with water. It looked very like it didn't have much blue. You can still see some pearls in there though, and it still created a shine. Someone had given me those. So now I'm just going ahead and adding some tacky glue on to the layers and layering those together, and just gluing them down by pressing them on one side and then turning them over and pressing the other side. And they just glue together very easily. If you're not sure, you can't remember how they go together, you can look again on your Cricut Design Space canvas, and that will show you how they look layered. I grabbed these Tim Holtz Chit Chat stickers and added those to the bottom. This is the Occasions pack, and the Fright Night I just cut and layered them on. And then I'm going to take some sequins, and I'm going to put the sequins on just by using a little bit of, this is a gloss medium. Usually I have a matte medium that I use, but either works fine. And this jewel picker is nice for grabbing the little jewels and little sequins and just adding them to those background. So we've got some sparklets from Buttons Galore and more. And then we have some Studio Katia little rose gold stars. And these larger gems are from the Buttons Galore and more as well. They just add a really neat dimension, and the gloss medium here will dry clear, a little bit of a gloss, but you won't see it underneath the sequins. And I really prefer the matte medium. I just happened to grab this, but everything will just dry clear, and your sequins will hold on. You won't see that little bit of white underneath. And then I have some hemp teak twine here that I'm grabbing to add to the top of the tags, and just adding a little bit of a loop through each one. So I'll either hang these on some little baskets for Halloween. I had previously made some Halloween baskets with the Cricut, which you can check out in the 13 Days of Halloween playlist. So maybe those, or maybe a different treat, but someone will get those, and I can even have space to write a little name on there. So I thought these turned out really cute. They've got some shimmer and shine and some glimmer, which I think is great for Halloween. So thanks so much for stopping by. I would love for you to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any projects. I will link below where you can find close-ups and details on these fun tags, as well as a link to Design Space if you have a Cricut, so that you can use it yourself. And I hope you have a really awesome week. Thanks. Bye-bye.